everybody, my name is Elle. Welcome. Today I wanted to chat with you guys about drugstore brands. I wanted to talk about 5 drugstore brands that I really need to rediscover. I need to rediscover drugstore brands and just drugstore products in general, but there are 5 brands in particular that I'm really interested in rediscovering sometime, hopefully this year. So the first brand is Maybelline. I was once a really big Maybelline buyer. Maybelline and CoverGirl were pretty much my go-to brands when I was in high school, and I just have not purchased new products from Maybelline in a very, very long time. They have some pretty interesting color correctors. They have some lipsticks that I want to try. I also want to try some base products. I've been really picky with stuff like primers, foundations, concealers, even powders, and I'd love to try some from drugstore brands. And I did use Maybelline when I was in high school a lot, Maybelline and CoverGirl. Like I said, those were the brands that I used foundations and concealers and stuff from. So I'd like to explore that a little bit more. I really need to get to a really big drugstore with a huge Maybelline display and just go to town sometime. Not anytime soon, but just sometime. I want to do like a big drugstore haul of new things to try and play with because it has been a pretty long time. The second brand is Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula is very expensive in Canada, like crazy expensive. But I have tried some products that I've really, really liked, like the butter bronzer. Who doesn't like that? I think almost everybody likes that bronzer. I also really like the butter blushes. Some people I know really didn't like them because they weren't too pigmented, but they are perfect for me. And the butter highlighters, I don't have those, but I really want to try those. But I want to try some other products as well, because I find when people discover those like holy grail products from brands, they don't tend to go further than that. They tend to stick with the staple things. And I've seen so many interesting looking products. They have so many different lines. They have other blushes, they have other bronzers. I'm not really sure about some of their complexion products because the shade ranges seem very, very limited, but I have used their green color corrector in the past and I really liked that. And actually, funny enough, in high school, my go-to eyeliner was from Physicians Formula. It was the only thing I had from Physicians Formula aside from like a foundation-y BB cream thing, but this retractable black eyeliner was my go-to eyeliner. It was literally living in my pocket of my sweater or in my purse. It was always with me because I did not know if there was such thing as an eyeshadow primer then, but I never used anything like that, so eyeliner used to melt away from my eyes within a couple hours, so I'd have to reapply it. So yeah, the Physicians Formula retractable black eyeliner was always in my pocket. I don't even know if that product still exists, if it's part of their brand still, because this was a long time ago. I'm gonna have to go looking and seeing if it is, because I would definitely want to try that again, because I went through so many of those back in the day. I would also really like to try some stuff from Revlon. Revlon was always my mother's brand. My mother's go-to brand was always Revlon. When she used to buy me some products, it was Revlon. I have some pretty positive experiences, like going to drugstores and buying makeup with my mother when it was on sale. Like we'd stock up on Revlon stuff. I remember saving my allowance for the Revlon and James Bond collab. The one, I think it was 2002 maybe? It was when Halle Berry was in the movie and they had this collab with her. I think she was like the face of Revlon or one of the faces of Revlon or something, and they had this collab with like James Bond and Halle Berry, and I had a gold lipstick and a blush from that collection. I remember being so excited. I think I only recently decluttered like the blush a couple of years ago. I just loved, like I have such positive memories with it. There's also a luminizer type product. I think now it's called Skin Lights or something, but I had a bunch of them and it just smelled so good. I've never had a makeup product that smelled like that before. It was almost like green tea maybe. It was just like a really fresh scent, and I love putting this like glittery product all over my face. I mean, of course it was glitter, so I like putting it all over my face anyway. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose was. I think now they have the skin lights that are supposed to be like a liquid highlighter, and that's probably what those were supposed to be, but I would just smear it all over my face. You know, like I've got such positive experiences with some of these brands. I don't know why I haven't purchased more things from them. I think it's just that drugstore mindset where like I want stuff to be super cheap or on sale. And you don't expect that with the higher end stuff because it's not cheap and it doesn't go on sale. So I think I just have that like filter on where I want things to be dirt cheap at the drugstore, and it's just not what it is anymore. I can't buy a foundation for $6. Like Revlon stuff averages somewhere around like $15 to $20 at least. Like last time I looked at some of the products there, that's what the prices were. But yeah, I think I'd like to try the skin lights and maybe some of their foundations and products as well. I think they have some pretty good lipsticks. I have some of the old stuff, but I want to try some of the new things from the drugstore. And it also doesn't hurt that Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, is like the new face of Revlon. That doesn't hurt at all. I'm sure there's going to be some pretty amazing ad campaigns with her. So I want to try some more things out. I also want to try some more things from NYX. NYX is a brand I've purchased from more recently than some of these other ones. Now, I'm gonna have a little confession time with you guys and tell you some real truth about why I haven't purchased from NYX, and it's because I'm delusional. NYX has a lot of contests and competitions, and they are pretty quick to give away large packages of makeup. And for some reason, I had it in my head that I was going to get good enough at makeup to be in one of these competitions, contest things. Like they have ones just for Canada as well that I thought I was going to enter and get into and get all this free product. Like I said, delusional. That's why I haven't purchased a lot of stuff from NYX, because I was like, man, I just need to get better at makeup and maybe I'll just get sent stuff for free. And it's so silly because it's obviously not happening. So I want to check out some more stuff from NYX. I have a couple things like some of their new highlighters or new-ish highlighters, like the duochrome ones. I love the lip lingeries. I have some lip creams that I really like. I want to try some of the butter glosses again. Those were recently re-recommended to me. I had one before. I still have it actually. It is really good, very glossy but not sticky, and I really want to try some more of those. I've also heard some good things about some of the NYX contour products. I've used NYX brow products before, like the brow pencil, but I want to see what other kind of things they have there. I just had that silly, stupid idea in my head that I was going to enter some NYX contest and get sent free product. So that's my confession. That's my confession, that I just need to give up on that and just realize it's not going to happen and I can just buy a few things. There's no harm in that. Anyway, it feels good to admit that now and let it go. The last brand that I really want to try some more products from is Milani. Milani is a brand that I always overlook, and I don't know why. I have a couple of blushes from Milani that I like. I know a lot of people love the baked blushes, specifically Luminoso, which I think is horrid. Hated it so much I decluttered it. But there's other blushes as well. I have one of those rose petal ones, or one that has like the rose print pressed into it, and there's more shades of that. I just feel like my local drugstore, their Milani display is so tiny and they have so few products. But when I look on the Milani website, there's so many interesting products. They've supposedly really good liquid lipsticks. I've also heard some stuff about like their primers. I think they have an eyeshadow primer and a face primer as well, and some brow products. Like there's a whole bunch of things I just haven't tried, and a lot of the stuff has been out of stock when I have looked for it, but I want to pick up a bunch of stuff. I just want to do a big drugstore haul at some point and just have so many fun new things to try. Obviously I want to push out a bunch of stuff first before I do that, so this wouldn't be anything that's happening really soon, but it's one of my goals in 2018 to rediscover and try more drugstore products, because I've been sort of stuck in my high-end little world and I need to break out of that, because there are some really good things in the drugstore, some things that could be sitting there, hidden gems that are just waiting to be discovered, things that people don't talk about, and just because people don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not good. You know, I want to try some of these things for myself and just play with them. I want to play with makeup a little bit more, and it's a little bit easier to do that with drugstore stuff than it is with higher end stuff, just because, well, drugstore tends to be a little bit cheaper, a little bit. I'm just really excited, and it gives me something to work towards with panning. So if you guys have any recommendations for products at the drugstore I should try, even if they're not from those 5 brands, but specifically if they are from those 5 brands, like if you really love a product from Maybelline or from NYX or from Milani, let me know what it is. Let me know if there's something that you would recommend to me, something that I should think about purchasing when I eventually venture to the drugstore again. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me and indulging me a little bit while I chat about makeup, because it's one of my absolute favorite things in the world. I really wish I could have like a big party of people, a big group of people, and go to the drugstore and go shopping all together. One of my favorite things to do is go shopping for makeup with people, because it's just so much fun to swatch things and talk about products, and it would be the dream. It would be the dream. Can you tell how excited and happy that thought makes me? Anyway, thank you once again, and I hope I get a chance to talk to you soon. Bye for now.